Finding things which really motivate you is important, so that you're not just doing something, following through on the motions, but you're not really there. When you're completely involved with it, completely engaged with it, you will find that you're going to be doing this, and you're going to be like looking forward to the next time that you have to go through those motions. Okay, and you're going to be getting stronger and stronger at it. You're going to remember things without any effort involved, because you're going to be so immersed and submerged into what you're learning. And everything has a rule to it. Everything which we do has rules. Okay, so when you're learning something, there's rules and there's ways to learn these things. All right, so it's so important to follow the rules of everything you do. Okay, this is just obviously for the fact that you want to do something properly and you want to do it effectively. You want to be the best that you can be. So having the rules as a priority is definitely the best way to go. Not to try to cut a corner or something like that. You just have to get to the point, make the sacrifice to learn the rules, and just learn them the right way from the first instance. Because once you've learned something, it's just as hard, if not more difficult, to unlearn it. Okay, it's just going to keep coming back, and you're going to keep hearing it over and over again, and it's going to be difficult. So it's very wise to just learn how to do something the right way from the beginning. So next time you've got to go back there, you're going to be okay. Now I got that down. And when you're out there in the field with the other specialists who are in that specific department. You'll be able to understand and to raise your standards according to the standards of that specific strategy or that specific calling. So obviously, when you're playing a sport, if you play whatever sport, you're playing on the same court as those people. Okay, so the other players. So you're going to need to play on the same level. Otherwise, a referee is going to call you and say you can't walk around like that. Okay, you've got to take the right same steps as everyone else, and that's the same thing which applies to memorizing things, to learning a new subject, to learning a new language. You're going to have to allow yourself to learn the same rules and at the same time enjoy the process. And it's not too difficult, because you would have selected that yourself. Okay, which subject you're going to decide to actually learn using the right techniques to be able to memorize a lot of information in a short amount of time. Because the more you memorize, the more you practice memorizing, the more easy it becomes to memorize more. Okay, so the memory is just like a muscle. The more you either use it or you lose it. So you have to keep working on your memory, keep working on memorizing basic things. Okay, and then you will find that you'll be able to memorize a little bit more each day. Each week will pass by, then you'll start to be able to remember these types of things, and it will become more useful for you. And when you go out there in the field, you will, if you have to memorize, for example, sentences. You'll be surprised once you use the right format, which is more a question of creating a story around what you're memorizing. Okay, you create a story, and you link everything up in a story format. Okay, and then it becomes a lot more easy to memorize a bunch of words in a story format than memorizing them individually, because then it's much more difficult to find your way through it. And I found that strategy actually works. I tested it out. I've been testing it out, and I've seen that it's a lot more easy to memorize things that way. And imagine if you can store much more information, if you learn how to use that specific the right rules of memorization. Once you get them down it's much easier for you to memorize a lot of information. And there's no such thing as a bad memory. There's just a memory which is either trained or an untrained memory. So you have to train your memory to memorize more, and you have to do all the other things which make sure that your memory is not overloaded with the unnecessary information, and you'll find that you'll be able to memorize scripts much more easily, sales pitches, as well as audio information. If you're someone who is involved with creating audiobooks, you'll be able to memorize songs. Whatever you're into, you'll be able to do that. And memory plays an incredibly large part of our everyday to-day life. So the memory is one of the most important things that we have at our disposition. It allows us to do so many different things. That it's important that we nurture it and we look after it, and that we make sure that it's sharp. Many times I've seen that when you look after your memory, you can actually remember things which have happened years ago. They just start popping up into your memory. So it's really something which is important to look after and to take care of, and to make sure that it's always sharp as possible for you to be able to use that for all types of things throughout the course of the day, the year, and even way beyond that. Okay, bye for now.